The cost of opportunities is always good to know. But if you know that, then you're good to go. Yeah. No dreams too big. Chase anything, got the passion to do. Only a dream till it happens to you. Finally seeing money, now I'm acting a fool. Never thought touring the world.
Right here we have some footage from last week's workout. Me and my buddy Prisco went to the gym and decided to hit a full body style workout. Now, right now I am more into a powerlifting type split, but I do have hypertrophy days throughout the week. And hypertrophy, for those who don't know what hypertrophy means, is when you're doing more reps. So that's, in the rep ranges of 8, 10, 12, 15 reps. So today right here we started off with press, and with the bench press I was doing 3x7, so that's 3 sets of 7 reps. Prisco was doing, I believe, 3x10. And so on my cues for the bench press is I try to make sure I have a slight arch in my back, and then I'm try to make sure my butt is planted. I'm fully locked in. I like to keep my elbows tucked in, that way I disengage my shoulders. So the way to disengage my shoulders is by retracting the scapula. And by retracting the scapula, what I mean by this, basically what you do is, in simple terms, you just roll your shoulders back. That way you disengage like the front delt of your shoulder. So when you're bench pressing, a lot of people complain about shoulder pain, and this is one of the ways I prevent that shoulder pain, is by rolling the shoulders back and making sure I'm pushing simply with my chest. And then also I usually pause for like 1 second when I bench press, but for some reason on that one particular set I was doing it pretty speedy. But right here, next up we did squats. Now Prisco did back squats and I did front squats, and also again I did a 3x7. Now if you were looking at Prisco while he was doing his squatting, the number one key is you don't always have to go ass to grass on your squats, but I believe as long as you break 90 degrees, so as long as you're getting your butt past your hip, then that's good enough. You don't want to, a lot of people either hit 90 degrees, go a little bit lower than 90 degrees. So you see right here with my front squat, I was also doing the exact same thing. And it's all a matter of personal preference. If you can do the ass to grass squats with perfect form and it doesn't bother your knees, or you don't have any problems, then feel free to do that. And also, you see when I'm squatting, my mobility isn't the best, so what I do, I put little 2.5 plates under my heels, and that creates plantar flexion, which allows for greater mobility while I am squatting. I will invest in some squat shoes in the near future to help with that, because the squat shoes have a built-in heel. Now right here we moved on to a isolateral back movement of lat pull down on the hammer strength machine. And one thing while I'm doing this, I'll always have the scapula retracted, and if you can see, I'm slightly leaning backwards, and this is allowing me to get a greater engage on my, so I'm making sure I'm fully stretched going forward, and then only pulling my elbow back enough to feel a nice contraction in the lat. And I was doing them single arm because I feel like I get a better contraction that way. And right here you see Prisco doing both arms at the same time. Always make sure when you're doing back to pull, and make sure you're squeezing and engaging the muscle as much as possible. Moved on, right here we have Tricep Pushdown. Now if you look at Prisco, this dude is pretty strong for his size, and he was doing a lot more weight than I was doing. But as one thing I noticed about me and Prisco when we were doing our tricep pushdowns is we both slightly lean forward. Now I've had a lot of people in the past ask me, why do you lean forward, and they don't think everybody has their preference, but that slight lean forward, to me, it's almost like creating, like when you do an incline dumbbell curl. Incline dumbbell curl is known for you're able to get a greater stretch. You're able to fully lengthen the muscle when you lead into a contraction. So by putting yourself at an angle, you're allowing the triceps on the way upwards to get an even greater stretch to compare to if you're just standing straight up. I don't feel the same tricep pull as when I'm leaning forward. So you get more, the more you're able to lengthen the muscle and then contract it through a greater range of motion, I believe you get a better contraction from that. Right here lateral raises and also barbell shrugs, the machine shrugs. And with the lateral raises, I like to pull through my elbows. And then right here with the shrugs. Now, a lot of people, when you see them doing shrugs, they believe that the traps are only the visible part that you see, right at the top, right around your neck. The traps actually run down. They run down your back. You have a lower trap, middle traps, and upper. So when you're I always say scapula, you want to make sure that you have your scapula retracted and that you're shrugging and squeezing the actual lats. Like you can see Prisco here doing his lateral raises, and you can see right in the middle of his back, those were where his traps actually run. Middle traps, lower traps, and then the upper traps. Your traps just aren't the top part where you can see. So when you're doing your shrugs, try to use that as an advice to get a way greater contraction when you're doing shrugs, and trust me, your traps will grow significantly from that. And here's just Prisco doing some random push-ups. Right here, this is a variation of a cable fly that I like to do, because I'm doing dumbbell flies. But however, like when I have a bad left shoulder, I'm gonna lie, I really do have a bad left shoulder, and sometimes I tend to overextend and overreach when I'm doing dumbbell fly. When I'm doing this with the cable, I don't feel any pain at all in my shoulder while I'm doing it. So this is one of the variations that I like to do, so I can at least get some flies and widen the chest area. And then here you have Prisco doing his set. Then we moved on, and because Prisco didn't record on a diagonal, the video looks a little distorted. But right here we have dumbbell preacher curls. The preacher curls, you want to make sure you're fully lengthening the muscle, so fully lengthen the bicep all the way down, and then contract and squeeze on the way up. A lot of people, they don't let the biceps fully lengthen. A lot of people don't understand that the negative portion of every lift is the most important. So on the way down, that's when the muscle is actually stretching. That's when you're actually putting the most damage on the muscle. So you want to let that bicep fully lengthen. You don't want the muscle to always be contracted. I'll go into greater detail with that later. And then we basically superset it, preacher curl, 2-arm dumbbell row. So that was the end of our workout right there. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to comment down below. I know I didn't go in detail like I wanted to. The workout footage went fairly quick. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me down below. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe if you'd like, and also don't forget to visit my website at www.jswervenfitness.com. 12-week macro coaching, online personalized fitness plans available. Have a good one, guys.
The cost of opportunities is always good to know, but if you know that, then you're good to go. Yeah. No dreams too big, chase anything, got the passion to do. Only a dream till it happens to you. Finally seeing money, now I'm acting a fool. Never thought touring the world.